All right, good Friday morning. We have a first alert day in effect for the KWQC viewing area. Now, we have some showers and storms out there this morning. However, this is all falling across areas that really need the rain. So I'm not super concerned about the threat for flash flooding in those areas. It might get a little bit wet for your morning commute, but the bigger problem will be the chance for strong and severe storms this evening. Main time frame between 6 and 10 p.m. And I'm looking at areas south and west of the line from Iowa City to Galesburg. So much of southeast Iowa, west central Illinois. All modes of severe weather are possible. I'll get into what I think the biggest threat is here in just a little bit. But as we kick things off this morning, showers and storms are approaching the Quad Cities. You can see a lot of this encompassing those areas that are under moderate and severe drought here this morning. So that's some good news. But that slight risk for severe weather is not for this morning. It's for this evening. And we'll have a warm front setting up across the area, essentially from Iowa City to Galesburg. I'll draw a quick line on this map here in just a second. But you can see those storms quickly approaching the area here between 6 and 10 p.m. But it'll be areas from Iowa City, Muscatine, Mount Pleasant, Burlington, Monmouth, and Roseville. I think have the best chance for hail and high winds. Hail is your primary threat, 2 inches in diameter or greater. So we're talking close to bigger than golf ball, about ping pong ball sized hail is possible this afternoon and this evening. Moderate hail and wind threat, or I should say wind threat, and then an isolated tornado can't be ruled out. Again, those favored areas will be really right along that warm front for an isolated tornado. So from Iowa City through Muscatine and Galesburg, probably have the biggest tornado risk across our area. So here's a more of a wider look at Exactrack. We're dry this afternoon, but those storms really fire up around 6 p.m. Excuse me, and then as we get into the 8 and 9 o'clock time frame, those showers and storms should roll through, quickly wrapping up here by the evening hours. So here's that severe hail outlook. It's at about a 15% chance here from the Quad Cities back down through Muscatine. Those black lines here, that's hatched. That's a 10% chance of 2-inch hail in diameter or greater. So that means that we could be seeing some of that very large hail. So that's why I put hail as our highest risk here today. To a lesser extent, those high winds, again, really through Mount Pleasant, Burlington, and areas to our southwest. And here's that tornado risk. I'm not a fan of that 2%. You guys have heard me say that here before. That's within 25 miles of a point. But again, 5%, once you get into that range for a tornado, that does become a risk. So from Mount Pleasant to Burlington really is our greatest threat zone for that. So bottom line is you need to pay attention to the forecast here over the next 24 hours. And I do think that we're likely going to see a tornado watch issued at some point here this evening. Of course, football games will be kicking off tonight. So make sure you have the QC Weather app on hand for all the latest updates.